Welcome to Fallout 76. This is Jim. In this video, we're going to take a look at completing daily challenges for today, Sunday, May the 4th, 2025. Let's take a look at it and see what we got for today. Alright, we got some good ones here. I have many videos on my channel that'll help you guys out. Different ideas, different locations, easy areas, hard areas, everything. If you're a brand spanking new player to the game, you're a returning player, even if you're an experienced player, there's a particular daily, weekly challenge that's giving you a hard time or trouble. I'm sure you'll find a video on my channel that'll help you. I try to keep my videos as updated as I possibly can. And of course, you guys are awesome with great comments and tips, which are greatly appreciated. If you are wondering why I have a little more score than you, take a look at the top right-hand corner of the screen. I have a 25% boost. Of course, they claimed that right off the current Season 20 Season Pass on 3 pages, a 5%, 10%, additional 10%. You can claim that by being a Fallout First member, or by paying the 1,500 atoms for the Season Pass. Alright, let's take a look at this one here first. Craft bulk wood 1. Of course, we craft bulk wood right at the old Tinker's workbench. Now, if you are looking to do this, you will need wood scraps on your person or in your stash or scrap box. Most of us do have, some sort of quantity of wood on us or in our stash or scrap box. But if you are looking for wood, I find the forest area a really good spot, especially in between the Wayward and Flatwoods alone. Nice little area here of down trees. You can go ahead and harvest some wood that way. I find even the Skyline Valley region is a pretty close second in terms of down trees, so it's a pretty good spot down there as well. Out behind here in Halvasia, out behind the yellow house right on the corner on the main street, a nice little stockpile of wood back there, as well as a really huge stockpile right up here at Prickett's Fort. Nice neutral area. Again, huge stockpile of wood up there. I bring you guys up there all the time. And of course, when you are looking to harvest wood, if you do have the perk card under luck, it'll be right at the end here. It's called Woodchucker. Again, collect twice as much when you harvest wood. So when you harvest wood, is 2, 4, 6, or 8. And when you have this particular perk card, like let's say you're looking to kind of modify your camp or build a camp, you will need lots of wood. And again, having this perk card equipped when you're collecting wood definitely will help you out. Alright, so let's go ahead. We are going to craft bulk wood right at our Tinker's Workbench. Now, any Tinker's Workbench will do. So let's pop up here. We're going to go craft. Very similar to our bulk and scrap method that we have, probably halfway that. Let's go to the bulk section here. We're going to go all the way to the bottom. So to bulk 1 wood, you need 2 plastic and 30 wood scraps from your stash or scrap box or on your person. Let's go ahead and bulk just 1. There we go. Done. Craft bulk wood 1 for 1. It's that easy. I just want to give you guys as many options as I can, especially for the newer folk who are maybe new to the game, never played before, where you can find bulk wood here in the game. Or where you can harvest wood, I should say. Alright, let's see what's next here. Drink purified water too. Okay, so we can find purified water in many great spots in around the wasteland. But for this particular daily challenge and even weekly challenges, if you're looking for purified water, you're better off just kind of going around to other players' camps. A lot of players will have water collectors or water fountains, etc., where you can collect wood from them. Sorry, water from them. It's been a long day, guys. A long day here for old Jimmy. And you can collect water right there. So I guess we have these water collectors here in the game. Yeah, these enclave water collectors. Of course, we got these during the Season 19 Season Pass. They are available for everyone. I did do a little video on these. You can check those out. But again, they will collect passively 2 purified water while you play the game. All right. We also have these vintage water coolers, which we get from opening the festive gifts during the Christmas time. We had the festive scorch in town. Many of you were very successful this past Christmas in getting this plan. And if you ever find the plan in other players' vendors, I highly recommend it because they're nice and small and compact. You can stack them on top of each other, and every one of my camps has like all kinds of these water collectors and water purifiers. And again, anything that is not locked up, it's fair game. Okay, everyone who plays the game, if you want to keep it locked up, everyone knows you lock it up. But if it's not locked up, it's fair game. It's just the way it is. Okay, it's like an unwritten rule here. Okay, and all you gotta do is just kind of go around and collect. Okay, just like that. And then you go ahead and you go under your item section, your food and drink. You drink your purified water right there. Done just like that. Drink purified water 2 for 2. All right. Now, if you don't have the collector or the vintage water cooler, we do have water purifiers in here in game. So if we go to our build menu and go under the water section, we do have these water purifiers right here. Now, when you reach level 20, you start following the Overseer's missions, and you actually learn these very early on at a very low level. So basically, 2, 3, and 5 with these bad boys collect. Again, they will, they do require a lot of junk to craft, as well as a lot of power. But this is all you have, it's all you have. And to be honest with you, this is all I had for the longest time, except for just a little over 2 years ago when I was able to get my hands finally on that vintage water cooler. So just an FYI, right? You can always kind of help yourself at the same time. All right, let's see what's next here. Eat dog food 5. Okay, so when it's talking about this particular daily or weekly challenge, it's talking about canned dog food, okay? It's not talking about going out, kill a couple of mongrels or canines and cook the food up and eat it. It's actually talking about canned dog food here, okay? So just a suggestion, you can always try players' vendors again, because we do have a camp resource here in the game. It is called a weenie wagon. Now, you'll never see this in the atomic shop. The only way to get this plant is by completing Graham's meat cook, okay? And of course, this came out in the fall of 2024, and many of you were successful during that time, but also many of you were not. But I find a lot of people that have these weenie wagons will actually sell canned dog food in their vendor for usually about 1 cap each, and that's what I usually do too. And that's what I would suggest to people first, is try out other players' vendors, look for a vendor at other players' camp and look for food, and you can always kind of try them out and maybe get a little successful that way. And of course, if you do have the plan, if you're a returning player, you can always check that out under your build menu, under the resource section, and build it. You might have forgotten that you already have this weenie wagon, maybe from last year. All right, so just an FYI. Now, there are a couple of spots where we can find canned dog food. I'll give you a couple of examples here. Tyler County Fairgrounds. Right down here in Camden Park, like more so in around the Raider area. Mama Doches isn't too bad, but I always talk about this with people. It's nowhere near as good as it used to be. Like if you played like years ago, you remember when you go in there, it used to be dog food like coming out of like everywhere, coming out of the walls almost, all over the conveyor belts, inside the little boxes and stuff. But I find nowadays, even it doesn't matter what server you're on, it's really hard to find them here. I think the most I ever found in the last couple of years is 2 or 3 per session. All right, so just an FYI, but you can always kind of try it. And again, that's why I recommend trying other players' vendors is probably a good way. So let's go to Mama Doches here real quick. All right, let's go ahead here. Again, there'll be some robots here. So we do have another daily here. We're going to go through that a little bit later. Cripple, Protectron, Robobrain's arms. So you can actually do that here because there's enough Protectrons, I would say at least 4 of them. You can do it here at the same time if you so wish. And it's always good to check the canned dog food in these offices area. And you always check these boxes, as I mentioned. But again, back in the day, it used to be all kinds of canned dog food, especially on these conveyor belts. But I find nowadays, it doesn't matter what server that you're on. It's I have a really hard time finding them. Oh, we have some cram in there today. Okay, right on, game. Thanks. Thanks, game. Again, it's still worth to kind of check these little boxes here. Now, when I do come here, when I do have success, I usually have success like usually in around this area here. So either they fly off these shelves and they usually end up on the ground. But this is where I usually find it here, all right? Oh, we got a little eyeball here, buddy. And don't forget to check back here. Oh. I'm trying not to get him in the arm. That's why I'm doing like that there. Yeah, sometimes there'll be some in this box as well. If you have the pick lock there, you can open up that security gate. And I'd recommend, oh, they got canned dog food in that cooler. Right on. That's at least one. That's amazing. And if you can get up on the shelf, sometimes there'll be some up on the shelf and inside this cooler as well. If you have marsupial, it might be a little bit easier to get up here, but if you don't, you can always try getting up in those boxes and then kind of get a little quick run and jump to get up here, if you so wish. And of course, let's head upstairs here. One canned dog food from that random cooler, which is, you know, not 100%. And you can check this area as well. Sometimes there'll be canned dog food here. Oh, again, check the coolers. Okay, we only had the one. So there you guys go. Just an example. That's why I always recommend to people just try other players' camps. If you don't have the weenie wagon, you're probably better off doing it that way, okay? And I usually suggest to people, if you find canned dog food, I would say put like a dozen of them in your stash box. And that way there you have them, right? And just for these quick daily, weekly challenges, you have to waste a reroll. All right, let's go into food and drink here. We'll eat our canned dog food. Nice, just like that. Eat canned dog food. 5 for 5, just like that. All right, let's see what's next here. Collect a teddy bear 3. Okay, good stuff. So I do have a really popular video here on the channel. I bring you right up here to the nice edge, okay? So it's right around this location here. So when you come up to the nice edge, it's actually about 3 rat scorpions. So you actually have to kind of go in the woods. The little red barn's hard to find, but a good way to find it is use your vats, because there's usually always about 2 or 3 enemies in around that red barn. And that way there you can kind of pinpoint that barn that way using your vats. But once when you clear those enemies there, there'll be 9 teddy bears up in the little loft. Now you can jump up and kind of grab them real quick, but it can be a little cumbersome. So I recommend if you have an explosive weapon or a grenade, just shoot it to the side of the wall of that little red barn, and those teddy bears will fall right down, and you should be able to grab them that way. Right over here at Clancy Manor, there'll be 4 teddy bears right in the kitchen in the corner in a cardboard box. Every teddy bear we have in-game can be found at Tyler County Fairgrounds, so that's probably the best spot. But the only thing here is they're all spread out amongst the around the grounds, okay? Not in one spot. About 5 or 6 around Camden Park, right in around the Dross Toss, right when you the entrance there. Okay, you can always try that spot. And I find those locations are probably the most popular locations where you can find a large amount of them. Now we can find 3 of them right here in good old Flatwoods, so let's try here today. And I'll show you the locations here in Flatwoods, just to kind of change it up a little bit. That's so funny. Huh. It's funny how the game has changed. You know, for those of you who have been playing since release, how much the game has changed since then. It's just so amazing. All right, so once you get here in Flatwoods, all right, the first spot we want to go is right up through here. And we have this little funeral home. I'm going to go right inside here, turn the light on here. And there should be a teddy bear right here. Perp, just like that, nice. There's also a lot of vases in here too, so if you're looking to scrap junk to give you ceramic, it's a pretty good spot there as well. Alright, so let's pop on out here. The next spot, we're going to keep going down this way. And we're going to go right to the tavern. So this is the tavern. We're going to head upstairs to the tavern. And we have this teddy bear right here. He's got a nice little bowler hat on. Let's grab the teddy bear. Burp. Just like that. Also some pre-war money there too. Pretty awesome, and a cigar. And then the third one will be right at the very top of that church, okay? So if you jetpack, you can make your way up there if you so wish, but we'll just take the long way. And again, this is a nice neutral area for all levels. Doesn't matter what level you are, you can come here and do this. I believe there's a... Alright. Set myself on fire. You just make your way up this little twirly staircase here. And there's our boy right there. He's all equipped with a nice little melee weapon. There you go. There's 3 teddy bears just like that. Perfect. Awesome. Alright, let's see what's next. Let's go ahead, Cripple, Protectron, or Robobrain's arms too, okay? So again, as we were just at Mamadoches, there's probably about 3 or 4 Protectrons very reliably there, so you can try there. We can find quite a few Protectrons right up here. The upper section of Clarksburg, I would say at least 6 or 7 Protectrons up there. Right in around Grafton, there's probably about 2 or 3 around, but if you spawn in Grafton Day or Protest March, there might be additional 4 or 5 that show up actually, so you can each even do that at the same time, and you can do one of those events at the same time as well. I would say maybe about 8 or 9 here in Arctos Pharma. Right down where we are at the Voltaic Agricultural Research Center, but you must spawn in fertile soil, and those 3 Protectrons will pop up. It's part of that event. Right down here in Beckley, I would say on a good day, maybe about 4 or 5 Protectrons, and 2 Robobrain right here in Beckley Mine Exhibit, I would say on a good day. There's 4 Robobrains right down here in Hawksbill Weather Station. Robobrains and Protectrons here at Robco Research Center. That's a really good spot, but again, it's a little bit higher level area, so watch out for that. And of course, a couple Protectrons in around Sugar Grove. I would say maybe about half a dozen on a good day as well. But that's not a guaranteed spot, because sometimes the game likes to substitute those Protectrons with the Colonel Gutsies, so just an FYI there. So all kinds of options there for some Protectrons and Robobrains. Let's go all the way down here to the Skyline Valley region, and we're going to the Hawksbill Weather Station that's popped down here. Okay, and while we are down here, let's take a look at the next one. Kill an enemy in the Skyline Valley region 5, okay? So again, an enemy, everything is on the table. You know, we're talking about robots, humans, insects, animals, cryptids, ghouls, scorched, lost, whatever, down the Skyline Valley region, okay? And as we go over these Protectrons, these Robobrains, they will count as this as well, all right? So of course, Skyline Valley region starts right around here. So Denton Sons Construction and Johnson's Acre, they are not part of Skyline Valley region. So if you can imagine like an imaginary line here going right down here like this. And the reason why I say that is because these has always been part of the game. And when Skyline Valley region was, before it was even here, these were here. Okay, so just an FYI. So basically anything is available right down. Everything is on the table. All right, so there we guys go. So let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and cripple these Robobrain's arms here. So you can go ahead and free aim if you so wish, okay? Or you can use VATS like myself. Now, if you use VATS, there's a perk card that will help you out under perception. It is called Concentrated Fire. Allows you to move your VATS around from head, torso, arms, and legs. And what's so good about that is that you can actually, all you need is one Robobrain or one enemy. You can go left arm, right arm, or if they're asking for legs, left leg, right leg. And if you have the right weapon, you can actually get 2 or 3 cripples per enemy doing it this way using Concentrated Fire. And like a small daily like this is just 2 cripples. You can just kind of spray at them if you so wish, but for like a weekly, sometimes we have to cripple 30, okay? And doing it this way is definitely well done. As we all know, you guys have been following me around for a while. Not all weapons are created equal when you're looking to cripple, so I find most ballistic weapons, plasma caster, plasma rifle, bow and arrow, crossbow, the drill with a tanky or power armor build, shotgun with the enforcer perk card. Just to give you an example, but we all know, you guys have seen me do these all the time, that not all weapons are created equal when you're trying to cripple. So let's go ahead here. So there's our first victim. Again, let's go for the arm here. See how we do here. All right, so let's go for the right arm there. So we crippled that arm. As you see, we are getting credit for the kill an enemy in the Skyline Valley region. And again, you see how kind of nice and easy that is, especially when you have a weapon like this one. Sometimes it can be a little harder. I find weapons that are explosive effect on them can be a little harder to cripple enemies with those as well. Jeez. A little twitchy there. Let's go ahead. There's 2 more Robobrains here, so we'll finish them off. So as you can see, We finished that off. Cripple, Protectron, Robobrain's Arms 2 for 2. And again, if you're a free gamer, by all means, whatever you want to do, however way you want to play your game, I'm not going to judge you. But again, if you want to use the VATS, just kind of give you guys as many options as possible. Oh, he's hiding behind there. See that? Whiff, whiff, whiff. Oh, there's our boy there. Huh. Wow, see how quickly he moved there? That's awesome. Kind of see his silhouette there. Nice. So again, there's only 4 of them here. We do need a 5th one to finish this one off. Kill an enemy in the Skyline Valley Region 1. So again, everything is on the table. Let's pop over here to Shenandoah Visitor Center. There's a bunch of rad roaches over here. There's at least 10 or 12. So if you're lower level, you can make your way over down here to the Shenandoah Visitor Center and take care of these little rad roaches here. Pretty simple. Again, these daily, weekly challenges, you can make them as hard or as easy as you want, whatever you want to do, however way you want to play your game. There we go. Nice. All right, let's see what's next here. Oh, 1 left. Nice. Let's make sure here. Yeah, we did. Nice. Okay. Visit our best build camp 1. So, of course, we got to go to a public server. So let's go ahead and quit this one. We're going to go and look at that there. If you see there, the top right-hand corner, undergoing maintenance. Another hot fix here. Like it's, I'll say the last 2.5, well, I'll say a month and a half, maybe. A couple hot fixes and an update. Pretty crazy. And again, all that information can be found on the Bethesda.net website. But again, this coming Tuesday in a couple days, another hot fix, which means another maintenance break. So just an FYI, if you're trying to log on this coming Tuesday and if nothing's working, it's maintenance break going on. So just an FYI there. So let's go here to a public server with other people, and we'll finish off this last one. Now, if you're on a private server for a long time, like I would say at least an hour, eventually a best build will pop up on your private server. All right, so just an FYI, but we weren't on that server long enough for a best build to pop up for us, but I definitely have seen them. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to check to see what's available. Was one just close by? Perfect. All right, so again, visit the best build camp 1. Again, you can find them on private servers, public ones. If you're on a private server, again, wait for about an hour or 2 if you have the time. But in that case, if you're short on time, you might as well just go to a public one and find them this way, okay? So let's go ahead. We're just going to pop right down here. Nope, we're going to visit this camp, gym. There we go. Play our 6 caps. Again, if you don't like fast travel around, you can utilize the free fast travel. So down here in the Skyline Valley region, the only free fast travel we have is this trading post. And, oh, sorry, and mile post 0 is also a free fast travel, sorry. So either one could have worked. So where's our best build camp at here? We can hear it. Over here? Oh, nice. Huh. Oh, that's pretty cool. Huh. I like it. Love the carpet. Love the shade carpet. Amazing. All right. And I think we're done. Just like that, guys. Perfect. Let's go ahead. We're going to go to our main camp here and take a look at the weapon of the day. Of course, we can't do that at a best build. We can't interact with anything. It's just a case if you're new to the game and you're trying to do that at a best build camp, you can't interact with the vendor or any of the workbenches. Excuse me. All right. Weapon of the day here. Aristocrat's Mind Focus Gatling Laser. Up to plus 50% damage based on the caps you have, currently plus 50%. Projectiles explode for plus 20% weapon damage. Plus 3 agility. It's Aristocrat's Explosive Agility. Severe Beta Wave Tuner. Line Charging Barrels. Reflex Sight Dot. Beam Focuser. Mind Paint. Excuse me. Jeez, get some spit down the wrong tube there. 84 electrical damage, 25 fire damage, 107 fire damage for 3 seconds, fusion cores. It is fully automatic, and again, I absolutely love this weapon. Other than almost killing myself a lot of times, but yeah, I just love this weapon. It's so fun to use. And of course, it is a heavy weapon, so it's a heavy gunner build. So under strength, we have Master Heavy Gunner, Expert Heavy Gunner, all maxed out. We have Sturdy Frame, Lock and Load, baby. Concentrated Fire, Grenadier, Bullet Shield's a good one. Fireproof, again, that helps with us not getting killed. Covert Operative, White Knight, drill these random luck cards which randomly pop in when they're being active. One Gun Army, that's a good one to have. Legendary Perk cards, they don't change for me, they stay the same. I'm very happy with them, and as you can see, they're all maxed out. Nice. Shut this light off here. Nope, it's the wrong button, Jim. There we go. There we go. Again, it's been a long day for old Jim here. Working 12 hours and helping my friends out, which I enjoy doing. There you guys go. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and share when you have the chance. It really helps me out. I'd like to thank my channel members, Artistically Arranged, Michael Edwards, Nigel Wiffen, Heather, Whitetribe, Mr. Shelton, Drake Stamps, Not Me But Me, Yes Me That's Me, Drew, Andrew, Demon, Confoundedbridge, Ben Durant, John TJ59, Picquerist, Benny Bunny, Gwen Trutnau, Tony Watson. Thank you all so very much, and I hope you all have a nice day.